Hello, I'm Sofia.
Hello, I'm Kate.
Hello, I'm Cristina.
And this is our project.
Good morning. We're going to be giving a brief summary of the project that you will be doing this year in 8th grade social studies.
We will also be telling you a few smart tips that will help you out a ton.
And don't worry, it may seem overwhelming at first, but if you really pay attention to this useful advice, it will definitely make your lives a whole lot easier.
So let's get started.
During the past school year, we have learned a lot of skills that have been necessary for following projects and going forward into high school, and even college.
The first project that we completed was the scrapbook project. At this time, we still had lots to learn.
A recap of these skills include learning how to use reliable sources and the basic of citing them correctly.
We learned how to highlight only the important information from articles, which made it easier to take Cornell-style split-page notes.
This made writing a summary to put in your scrapbook a lot faster and easier.
We also learned how to correctly cite the sources we use for the information. We also learned how to make sure that the websites or books we were using were credible.
We used a website called BIME to help us in making the citations.
In addition, we learned how to make connections between our articles, modern days, and grades. Grades mean geography, religion, achievements, politics, economics, and social structures.
All of these skills were very useful for the following projects we did: the Poplet, the pre-extended essay.
The project that we did in the second quarter was the Poplet.
During this project, we applied the skills that we learned from the scrapbook, but we even learned some more too.
The main thing that we learned was how to do in-depth citations and place them inside the Poplet.
The popples are little boxes that hold information. We had to write where we got the info for each box.
The third project that we did was a pre-extended essay.
We had to write a 5-paragraph essay that had to be at least 3 pages long. It had to be about a topic related to ancient Greece or Rome.
We learned how to create a thesis statement, our own idea about the research and information related to the topic.
We also highlighted our thesis statement and topic in conclusion sentences for each individual paragraph.
This was a very brief idea of the lifelong skills we learned while completing these 3 projects.
We wanted to give you some general knowledge of what your 8th grade social studies project will look like.
Now, we're going to be helping you by giving you some great tips.
First of all, work on the project bit by bit. For example, do some of it one night and then do a chunk over the weekend.
Get started right away. Do not wait until the last minute.
Procrastination will kill you. Do your research well because this is the most important step.
Get your work done when you have time in class. Do not waste the precious time. Double check all your work throughout your project.
Also, have other people, including classmates and parents, go over your project as well.
Don't wait and stress about it.
Just get it done. Always do your best and work hard. Now, we're going to be giving you a tutorial about how we did our scrapbook.
So the most important thing is your research process, because that is the spotlight of your progress.
Your research must be very precise and specific for you to be able to find correct and reliable information and not make your project have false info.
The first step is to know what you're going to plan and research it. Always be specific.
But Kate, how do I know if my sources are reliable?
Well, Cristina, it's easy if you know how.
For example, if you use the checklist and are able to check everything off, then you will be ready to go.
So here we have an example of the checklist. This checklist will help you find if a source is reliable. So first, you make a comparison between the 2 websites. Secondly, you revise the website and then you can answer the checklist questions. If you can't answer some questions, then it means you're not ready to go.
Another very important part of the project is note-taking.
So here we have an example of a Cornell note-taking method, or a page. So first you have the cues, which are the main ideas, or where you can put the questions that connect to the point that you're talking about. So quick notes. Then in your notes section you can record the lecture here using concise sentences, short symbols, abbreviations, and lists. Mainly anything that can remind you of what you were talking about. And then you have the summary, that are the top level ideas, and the quick reference. This will help you have your Cornell note-taking method split notes.
Here, Sofia is on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not a reliable source because anybody can write anything on there. Now, Sofia is going to National Geographic. It is a reliable source.
So another thing that could really help you is just go to Google Scholar. In here, you know that all your things or articles could be reliable. First, because they will be PDF files, and second, because if they appear in here, it means that they did pass parts of or questions of the checklist that we showed you. So here we can see a project that me, Cristina Subero, did. So first I talked about Christianity. How do I know if my sources are really reliable and if what I'm saying is true? That's easy. I just look at the bibliography I did at the back. In here you can check with the checklist they gave you to see if it's a reliable source. Then we also, as we said earlier, learned how to highlight the main ideas. Here's an example. I only highlighted the words or sentences that were completely important and knew it would make a point. Secondly, I also did the split page notes. I talked about a main idea and then talked briefly about it, not talking a lot. And then I also did the 5 W's plus H. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. This would also help me with my paragraph.
And this is how you make your scrapbook project.
Thank you!
Woo!